Not necessarily you go through the questions, né? But just a reflection as to what was the community saying.
There were two different responses. Others they say that yes, the police are visible. Others they say no, they are not visible. Others they say no, they are happy with the service of the police. Others they would say they are not happy, because others they complain that where yes they see the police moving around, but when you are in trouble or you need them at that time, at that space, you're not gonna get them. They are not available. Some would say that there is shortage of vehicles. Police will say that there's no vehicle to come and assist you. In this area, I think we're on that side, they said that there's not much crime that is happening here. But others, they say that there is a robbery that is taking place, but there's no GBV cases, there's no murder or rape cases that is taking place. So yes, they do aware of the GBV, and also they are aware of the anti-crime gang that is around the area. They say that yes, it's there. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it does not help, because sometimes they will beat people that are not at fault. Yeah, basically. Thank you.
Ba-aware nge-GBV, ne? Ba-aware that even if umntu ayenzeki kuye endlini seyisenzeke next door, bayayazi ukuthi bamele kuthini, ne? Atsho besixelela ke into yobana usenoya i-social development xa ichaphazela abantwana, so bazame ukuthi ke isitishi saseJoza noko siyabe service abantu all in all, abanasikhalazo bona kwezi thina sihambe kuzo.
We are meeting here with CZ different stakeholders, Department of Community Safety together with Amapolisa, different stakeholders. We are launching the 16 days of activism against women and children. Sisenza lo mfanekiso ke ukuthi nathi sizibandakanye ne-national program ekhona kuzwelonke, kodwa ke ngokwangoku sidibene apha ezinye stakeholders zenza u-door to door as we speak to look at i-services zamapolisa, ingaba visible na kule area, ingaba bayayi-understanda na indaba ye-gender based violence, ingaba umntu xana ethe wadibana naloo nto wenza njani na ukuba abe kanti uyayiripota to SAPS and all that. But yonke yona ijongene nokuthi masibe kanti si-interacta kunye ne-community. So they are going to come back emveni ko-door to door and reflect on into yoba ingabe ithini community of this area, because kune-part ekugqibeleni kulaa questionnaire that says what are the solutions ocimfa uba zinokwenziwa to make sure that our communities are safe.
Ekugqibeleni sithi le nto uripota izi-structures kaloku zikarhulumente, ewodini yakho ne-ward committee, ewodini yakho nememba ye-CPF, ewodini yakho noceba. So ezi zinto zonke uba ngabana azide zifike mazise uceba yazi. Uthe apha uZono Kennel xa qhekezelwe pha ndayotsho phaa kuyendlini ndandiza njengoceba wakho apha, kwenzeke ntoni kule case? Ngoba ndifuni ngomso wathi hayi uceba akabonakali nobe beyivile ngelinye ixesha abantu bayiripoti, kodwa ndizama uthi ke yile nto besisithi ke kwabahlali Mr Boma besidibene nabo, qiniseka into yoba uba ukwazi ufika emapoliseni. Yabona ke sino-sector manager bethu apha, then Constable Tito, now Sergeant Tito, then Sergeant Khweku, now Warrant Officer Khweku. Bayayazi kwakwi-level ye-ward, ndithi kwi-ward committees ibani nazo iinambari zala mapolisa, ngoba la mapolisa amele usevisa thina. Uba akanisevisi okanye la mapolisa akanincedi, izanayo uceba ngurhulumente. Uceba ngurhulumente, uyayazi uba uzakwenza ntoni ngala mapolisa.
Musa ukuthula kusonakala. Don't keep quiet when things are not going the right way. We are working very well, comrades and colleagues, under this strategy. We are compelled by government to do this multidisciplinary approach, even though we might not like it, but it is it has been tested, is a very efficient way of maximizing on the resources the government has.
People that are here are not the targeted market. The people that are supposed to be here the most are the men. But you ask yourself, where are the men when you're addressing Chairperson, the matters of gender-based violence? So it means we are not spreading the message. By being us here as government officials, we are here to do our work, and then what is the community benefiting? Nothing. So it's a chukuti londoloyo. When we go to the next event, we must do something, persuade people to come and join us. People around here have been noticing, first year, you know. I'm not sure whether they are afraid to come or they want an invitation, but the blame is with me and with you, you know, for not preaching this very, very important event. Please, kwelandelayo event that we are going to have on the next date, which I can't even remember.
Monday the 28th.
Monday the 28th.
Stakeholders at City Hall.
Which is very important, that event, because there we are going to raise our views in terms of how we think this matter of between the police and the civil society. How can we both together hold hands in terms of going forward, so that at the end of the day we don't blame the police for a van, that van is only one van in that area and it's servicing about 5,000 people. So it can be. So we need to sit down with the powers that be and explain to them why there is a need for resources. Why, as community now, not as them as police, why do we think that they need resources? And also we have to stop this culture of always blaming the police without understanding what is happening at their police stations. It is when then we know all the information, we'll then begin to say, you are not doing your job. So there is no excuse. But if we say that they cannot respond, and yet they do not have a van, and then they have to walk 5 kilometers away, what can they do? Nothing. What can you do? Nothing. Comrades, let us work together. This challenge is how.
Essentially, what we are trying to do with a group of 10 community members is to provide trauma counseling services to survivors of trauma, survivors of gender-based violence, survivors of sexual rape. And basically what we all know is a trauma survivor, can go to a primary healthcare clinic today, and the chances are really good that they won't be able to get the psychological or the mental health services that they need. So what we're trying to do is to equip and empower members within the community to provide that service. But I do want to emphasize it's not just about providing the service, but providing an effective service. So we're also doing research around what we are doing to be able to share the findings of our research with the relevant stakeholders, and to essentially, and at the end of the day, to approach the relevant departments to say, this is what we've been doing on the ground. We need funding to continue the work in terms of providing mental health care for trauma-related difficulties. The challenge has been in terms of the uptake. The uptake and accessing the service has not been so easy, and we've realized that mental health stigma plays a role. People aren't always confident and comfortable to say that I need trauma counseling. So in the middle of this year, we had to almost, rethink our plan. And the rethinking of the plan has led to providing education about mental health generally, education around what happens after traumatic experience, and education about what we are doing. So the project is continuing next year, and we hope to get more people, accessing the services that's now available.
All right. Okay, thank you, Doc.
so much.
All right, there you have it. Makanda, a community helping each other. We're taking care of our mental health. We're fighting gender-based violence. Sibozono for Caesar Media. Ejoza.